And we're back with some more New York Rangers franchise mode in FHM 11. And in this one, we have the offseason of year number 9 heading into year number 10. And the first thing we have to do here is hire a new head coach. I hired Byron Miller because I thought that we were going to be a contending team this past season. Obviously, that was not the case. And that was after a really good initial season where he went 35, 20, and 7, right? So I thought it was going to be a good year, but the record says otherwise. And unfortunately, he's not a very good coach for coaching prospects. And as we see by our current roster, we have Jack Dennis on the team now. Of course, we traded for him in the last one from New Jersey. He's a 2-star ability, 5-star potential. I do not want to waste that potential. And Byron Miller's coaching prospects rating at 4 is probably not going to help. So it's not that he didn't do a good job here, but we're just going in a different direction here this year, it seems. So Byron Miller will be released, and who we are going to sign is none other than Rod Brindamore. Fantastic coaching ratings across the board. 20 player management, 17 motivation, 19 tactics. The only thing I don't like about him is his passive line matching tendency. He's also only a balanced innovation, so that's rather unfortunate. But something to note is that he has 2 Stanley Cups in the simulation with the Dallas Stars in 2028-29 and in 2030-31. So a proven winner and an excellent coach for prospects. So I think we got to get him on board here. So we will sign up to 2 seasons at 2.83. And we also have our assistant coaches set. I did replace our defensive coach with Brad Larson because I wanted to get someone with better defensive skills development. And Jimmy Waite is our new goalie coach. And then our new skills coach is Brady Robinson. So now let's take a look at our roster and see what we need. In goal, we have Ivanov. Of course, there's also Ziegolov, who we could call up, but we definitely need at least 1 goaltender. On defense, there's Willander, Väisänen, Villeneuve, Lindberg, Niemela, Dennis, and Bonk. I did send down Mr. Bennett Cole, as I don't think he's quite ready yet. I want him to get some AHL time first. And at forward, you have Nadeau, Artamanov, Tomek, Helenius, Ryabkin, Johansson, Barkey, Marinochkin, Cataford, Dower Nielsen, Venberg, Kyla, Larson, Hemmerling, Reeder, Arvidsson, and Kozlov. I want to give a chance to Arvidsson and Kozlov this year, so we're going to see how they do in the preseason and possibly replace someone like Hemmerling or Reeder in the bottom 6. Unfortunately, our salary cap is at 87.5 right now, so we're going to have to be pretty cheap with whoever we sign in goal. And we don't even have any crazy contracts either. Our highest cap it is Artamanov with 7.8, but it's just that a lot of our depth players are also making, around 2.8, 2.8, 2.7, 2.7, and that all adds up, right? And there's also the fact that we haven't really had too many rookies come in as of late, right? So it's definitely unfortunate, but we're going to make the best of the situation here. So we're going to go into free agency and we're going to approach somebody. I'm going to say Emil Vinny. I mean, I know he had that 882 last season with Utah, but the season before he had a 917 in 25 games played. And the best part, he only wants 1.5, so I will take a chance on him. And actually, one other thing that we have to do, since it is July 1st, we have to create a custom channel member player. Of course, we already created this player in the Hamilton GM mode, but we have not yet done so here in the Rangers GM mode, and that is, of course, Zeke Burns. And remember, this is an alternate universe, so his potential here in this universe is not necessarily going to be the same as it was in the Hamilton GM mode. So let's go to the good old picker wheel here. It's still the exact same wheel as it was before. So let's spin that wheel and see what his potential is going to be. It will be, it looks like 2.5 star. Yes, indeed. So we will leave that as is at 2.5 and current ability at 0.5. So that being done, let's advance and see if we get Vinny. All right, time for the draft lottery. We are ranked at number 7 currently. So let's see who is going to get the first overall pick. At number 16, you have Columbus, followed by Buffalo, Colorado, Vancouver. What just happened? Can I go back to that? I think I might have broke something. I don't know what just happened there. I think I might have accidentally clicked off of it. Does right click mean go back? I think so. I think I might have accidentally right clicked or something. Well, I guess we'll find out on draft day. All right, so let's see. What is the draft order? And it looks like we are indeed picking at number 7. And LA will be picking at number 1, followed by St. Louis, Boston, Vegas, and Pittsburgh in the top 5. So I think with that, we will pick until human. There are a plethora of prospects available this year that look good to me. So it appears we, for once, have a good draft here. And what a year to have a good draft, right? I mean, there's a possibility. I mean, I think Walsh will go in the top 2. He's ranked at number 2, and he's got the 5-star potential. He's got a 1.5-star ability. I would be shocked if he's still available for us to pick. Then again, I don't really want to waste a 7th overall pick on a goaltender, right? Just given how generally terrible they've been for us in this GM mode. So let's see who goes first overall. It will be Johnny Ainsley to the LA Kings. He was the guy that I wanted. He was ranked at number 12. I was hoping he would fall to 7, but no, he got picked at number 1 by the LA Kings. All right, who's going to go at number 2? It will be Curtis Belmont to the St. Louis Blues. The 1/2-star ability, 5-star potential. And who will go number 3? That will be John McKay to the Boston Bruins. Looks pretty good. At number 4, it will be Ivan Getzelev to the Vegas Golden Knights. 1-star ability, 4-star potential. At number 5, you have Andre Walsh going to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, so he's off the board. Number 6 will be Brent Dugwood to the Calgary Flames. So we have our choice of, there's 2 goaltenders in Majewski and Gianni Franceschetti, and then there's Mitchell Bowes, the defenseman. Looks like an offensive defenseman, so maybe someone to potentially replace Fox. Of course, there is also Zeke Burns, who we just created, but unfortunately, he's not the best player available at this point. And we, of course, do have to do what's best for the franchise here. Mitchell Bowes will probably take a little bit, but if that offensive category is anything to go by, I think he's going to be a really good offensive defenseman whenever the time comes where he makes the league. He's got a great personality. I like his personality. Last year in the CCHL, he had 30 points in 54 games played, 70 grade, 61 hits, 64 shots blocked, 107 shots. Mental category is decent, at least as far as prospects go. I mean, we've seen plenty of these types of prospects where they have, determinations up there, temperaments up there, professionalism up there, but then team player, leadership, bravery, aggression, all down there. I would say his physical category is pretty decent, though. He's got that 15 speed, 14 balance, 14 acceleration. Defensive category is a bit of a concern, so I'd imagine he's going to take at least 2 or 3 years, but that offensive category is very good. Of course, there's also the goaltenders. There's Majewski and there is Franceschetti. But again, I'm not high on taking a goaltender to the top 10, so I'm going to say Mitchell Bowes, welcome to the New York Rangers. Let's keep going. Let's see where Majewski and Franceschetti go. Keith Mathis goes to the Hurricanes. Taylor Ronte to the Penguins. Mitchell Pursoon to the Chicago Blackhawks. So we're outside the top 10 right now, and Majewski and Franceschetti are still on the board. If one or both of them are still available by pick 20, then I think I might try to trade up to, pick 21 or something like that to see if I could get one of them. Okay, Franceschetti went to the Islanders at pick number 12. So does that mean Majewski's going to go soon? He was supposed to be picked at number 5 according to the mock draft, but I don't take too much stock in that. All right, going to keep going here. There he goes. Yep, he goes at number 13 to the Vancouver Canucks, right after Franceschetti. So I guess with that, we will simulate up to the second round and we'll see who is available. We have 2.5-star potentials left in Vaclav Bursic and Sebastian Andreasen, the goaltender. So let's see where Mr. Zeke Burns went, as I believe he was already taken. Yes, indeed. He went at number 18 to Washington. So between Bursic and Andreasen, I mean, we could always use more goaltender prospects. So Andreasen, welcome to the New York Rangers. We're in the 3rd round now, and there are only 2-star potentials left. I think we will take Zemchenko. And I think with that, we will have the CPU finish the draft. And there you go. We got Emil Vinny on the team. So we now have a full roster. And for right now, we're going to carry 26. But the roster, of course, will be cut to 23 by the start of the season. And by then, we should also be under the salary cap. So I think we're good to go here. And we will simulate up to the Hall of Fame inductions on August 1st. And into the Hockey Hall of Fame this year are Brent Burns, Anze Kopitar, Keith Tkachuk, and Carey Price. And since we have a few notable prospects this year in Dennis, Arvidsson, Kozlov, and Cole, let's actually go through the prospects tournament and see how they all do. So the first game of the prospects tournament against St. Louis, we had a 4-1 win. Goals by Mitchell Bowes, there you go, Jack Dennis, and I believe those are the only notable prospects there showing up on the score sheets. But good to see Jack Dennis getting his first prospect tournament goal. And it looks like we outplayed them as well, 40 shots to 22. Then you have a 5-4 loss to Winnipeg. Let's see, you have a goal for Kozlov there, assist for Bowes, a couple assists for Bowes actually. Then you have a 4-3 win against Boston. You have an assist for Jack Dennis. You have an assist for Jesper Arvidsson. And then a goal for Mitchell Bowes as well. And another assist for Jack Dennis. Good prospect tournament for him so far. 4-0 loss against Utah. So no one scored there. And then a 3-2 win over Minnesota. You have an assist for Jack Dennis. There you go. And then another assist for Jack Dennis. So Jack Dennis had a great tournament. That is what you like to see. Oh, look at that. Look how much growth Bennett Cole got. He's up to a 2-star ability and a 4.5-star potential now. And that was just from training camp. Ooh, Bennett Cole, he's looking pretty good now all of a sudden. And then look at Jack Dennis as well. He's up to a 2.5-star ability now. Yeah, I think he's ready to go. Then you have Evgeny Kozlov as well. He saw a little growth, acceleration, screening, and passing. So now is the time to make some roster cuts here. I mean, it says Bennett Cole is ready for this level. So should we keep him up here? He's got that 54 defensive grade though. But that being said, I remember seeing in an update on the FHM patch notes that players will have a harder time developing their defensive category if they're not playing at the top level that they can play at, right? I don't know how true that is, but that's what I saw. I remember seeing that in the patch notes recently. So I think for right now, I'll send down Niemela. Unfortunately, he's one of our only 2 left defensemen, although he is a righty. So let's see, Villeneuve's a lefty, Dennis is a righty, Willender's a righty, Bonk is a righty, Vyson is a lefty, Lindbergh's a righty, Cole is a righty, Niemela is a righty. Yeah, let's send Niemela down. I think I'll also send down Hemmerling. Yeah, he doesn't exactly have the greatest roll rating, only a 12 sniper there. I want to give Kozlov a chance during the regular season, but he unfortunately did not have a great preseason, so we'll see how he simulates. I think I'm going to send down James Reeder as well. Only 4 points last year in 48 games played, 54 grade, already 27, so we'll send him down. And then we got to send down one more. Yeah, I wanted to give him a chance, but I think that's got to be Kozlov. So we will send him to the AHL for now, but I will also keep an eye on him. So there you go. This is our roster heading into year number 10. You have Ivanov and Vinny in goal. On defense, you have Willander, Villeneuve, Dennis, Vysanen, Lindbergh, Bonk, and Cole. And at forward, you have Nadeau, Artemanov, Tomek, Helenius, Ryabkin, Barkey, Johansson, Marinochkin, Cataford, Dower Nielsen, Venberg, Kyla, Larson, and Arvidsson. Oh, there's a goalie on waivers, Luciano Ruggiero, who last year with Montreal in 19 games played at a 923. And his contract's not that bad either, only 1.6 for 3 years. And we can afford it technically. So yeah, you know what? we need any help that we can get in goal. Let's claim Ruggiero. Just for right now, I'm going to send down Jesper Arvidsson because I want to see what he can do in the AHL. So that will also bring our roster to 23. And of course, the main point in that is seeing what Ruggiero is about without having to waive anybody. Ooh, Denver Barkey out for 5 weeks, fractured jaw. All right, we're on November 1st. We are 9-6-3. Goals for per game, we're 21st in the league with 3.22. Goals against per game, we are 16th in the league with 3.39. Faceoffs, we are 2nd in the league with 53.1. Power play, we're 5th in the league with a 27.1. And penalty kill, we are 10th in the league with an 81.6. I guess we could keep going. I mean, it's better than I expected us to be doing this year, considering how last year went. And considering the fact that we traded Fox, right? But everything looks pretty good, except for the fact that Cole has only played 7 games. I would like him to be playing a bit more. So it'd be great if Rod Brindamore could get him in there a bit. But yeah, I'd say let's just go another month and see what happens. Yeah, so we're on December 1st, and I fear I do not know what direction this team wants to go in anymore. We are 18-10-3, and we're currently 2nd in the division. Let's get a look at the player stats. You have Vinny in 24 games played with a 915 save percentage. It's about time, man. Please stay consistent all year. Please, Vinny. That would be so nice. Ruggiero in 8 games played with an 898, and unfortunately, he still has that no movement clause from the waiver claim, so I can't even send him down right now. And now let's see, skaters, Ryabkin and Artamanov lead the way with 27 points each. That's a good rebound season so far from Artamanov. Nadeau with 26. 25 for Tomek and Venberg, Cataford with 19, 17 for Dower Nielsen and Villeneuve, 16 for Marinochkin and Willander, Helenius with 14, Vysanen with 13, Larson with 12, Dennis with 9 and 28. So clearly seems to be more of a defensive defenseman to start out. Not surprised about that. He is a shutdown defenseman after all, according to his 17 roll rating there. Bonk with 8. Johansson and Lindbergh with 7, Cole with 5, and Kyla with 3. And then Barkey with nothing and 9 games played. So yeah, honestly, everything seems good right now. Let's just keep going. Ooh, Vysanen and Cole down at the same time. Vysanen for 1 to 2 months, and then Cole 2 to 3 months with a fractured finger. Ugh. So now we're gonna have to call up Niemela and Schneider, I'd imagine. Oh no, Tomek down 1 to 2 months. Oh, that's bad. He's a 4.5-star ability now. He's officially the best player on the team as far as ability goes, and he goes down with a long-term injury. So I think with that being said, we're going to call up Arvidsson and see what he could do for his first stint in the NHL. Whoa, wait a minute. Vigo Bjork is on waivers? You're telling me Chicago waived Vigo Bjork? Dude hasn't played all season? Oh yeah, he's been injured 113 days. So he must have just gotten over that injury, but still, like, why would you waive him? That's so crazy to me. Why would you waive a 4-star ability? Does he want too much in his negotiations and Chicago just can't afford that? Yeah, that must be it. But even still, why wouldn't you trade it? Like, that's so wild. All right, you know what? I mean, we've had several of the same players throughout both this GM mode and the Hamilton GM mode before, right? I mean, we've had Ryabkin both at the same time at one point, and I'm sure plenty of other players that we have also had simultaneously. So you know what? Blame the game, not the player. Claim player. So let's hope we get Vigo Bjork on here in this save file as well. There you go. Vigo Bjork has joined your New York Rangers. So we have him in 2 series now. And sorry, Arvidsson, there's been an unexpected change of plans here. So we're going to send you back down to Hartford. And Vigo Bjork, welcome to the New York Rangers. So there you go. Got him in Rangers blue. And I mean, he's obviously not as good in this save file as he is for the Hamilton Tigers, but still a very good player at a 3.5-star ability. So we'll see what he does for our simulation. Oh, it's a good thing we got Vigo Bjork there because Elenius is down with an injury now, 1 to 2 months, torn pectoral cage muscle. So onto the injury list he goes. And Arvidsson, I believe now you're going to get a chance as long as we don't have any other unexpected waiver claims. Finally, Tobias Tomek is now back from his injury. That was, I mean, I know it wasn't too long. He has 46 games played still on the season, but that felt like forever without him on our roster. Definitely glad to get him back in the lineup there. And now I guess we will send Arvidsson back down. I mean, he had a pretty good stint here in 3 games, 2 goals and a 59 grade, but obviously we just have a lot of guys who are ahead of him on the depth chart, so we'll send him back down. All right, so we're at the trade deadline effectively March 1st. We are 36, 24, and 4. So we've continued winning, and we're second in the Metro currently. And while that's not a safe position, it's comfortable enough to the point where we control whether or not we make the playoffs this year. So let's get a look at the goalie stats here. You have in 55 games played for Vinny a 905, so his save percentage definitely took a little bit of a hit there since we last checked. Ruggiero in 12 games played with a 900. On defense, you have Willander with 38, Villeneuve with 37, Dennis with 21, so that's good to see out of him. Up to a 3-star ability now. Looks like he's been slowly developing. Yep, slowly but surely. His physical category is getting way up there now. Mental categories developing as well. Offensive categories developing. Defensive category, of course, is developing as well. He looks like he's going to be a real good player. That was a really nice trade for your New York Rangers. Then you have Lindbergh with 18, Bonk with 17, Väisänen with 15, Niebla with 7, Cole with 6 in 19 games he played. He's still injured, but he should be returning soon. And then Schneider with 2 in 10 games played. Now let's check forwards. You have Artamonov with 68 points in 64 games played. Good rebound season from him. Nadeau with 52. Venberg with 50. 49 for Ryabkin. 39 for Tomek in 46 games played. He, of course, just recently came back from his injury. Marinochkin with 35. Cataford with 29. Dower Nielsen with 26. Larson with 22, Helenius with 19, Johansson with 18, Bjork with 15 and 17 games played, Kyla with 11, Barkey with 9, and Arvidsson with 2 in 3 games played. So overall, not a bad season so far for your New York Rangers. All we have to do is keep it up, and we should be in the playoffs for this year number 10. That said, we've done a lot in this episode, so I think we'll end this one off here. But before we do that, I of course have to thank our channel members once again. Thank you so much to Game Shows 2, Puddintain, and Ryan Q for your continued support. It means so much to me. And with that, I'll leave you guys off here. And in the next one, we will get through the trade deadline of year number 10 and hopefully go on a deep playoff run as well.